What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna be starting on getting the front bumper to match the fenders. As you guys know, I got a new kit. It's from JP Fiberglass. Make sure you guys go check them out. This is the 370Z Nismo style for the 350Z. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and start on this project right now. So we're gonna go ahead and chop off the ends so that way we can get the front to sit flush, because as you guys know, it doesn't go on all the way right now because it hits the tire right here. We're gonna have to extend it about this much in order for it to fully sit flush against the car. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and chop the ends off so we can get it to sit flush, and then we're gonna go ahead and drill the holes so that way it can mount up at least in the center section, so that way when we go ahead and do the extension, the bumper would be flush and, you know, be exactly where we want it to be. So we're over here at the bumper. As you guys can see, this is like the shape that we're going for. We're gonna keep this same shape right here. So I pretty much want to take from here all the way to about right here. This is where the edge is. So if I take my measuring tape, roughly it's about 4 and 3/8 at its biggest point, because as you guys know, it comes in like at an angle, right? You can see that angle. So let me see, let's pull it out, and then it'll come down to about 3 1/4. I know I want this edge part to be part of the, you know, the further edge, so I'm probably just gonna mark it at about, what is it, 3 1/4 from the outside edge. So I'm gonna take this, put it to about right. Okay, so there's my 3 1/4 mark. As you guys see, I did it with a pencil. So from here, I'm gonna measure the inside of the bumper. So I know that the inside edge was about, what, 4 3/8. I'm gonna go ahead and take a straight edge. This is the only thing that I could have available. I'm gonna take my marks and I'm just gonna mark it right here. Roughly bring it over. And then I'm gonna go up. I need to take a measurement from here too. The reason why I'm doing that is because I don't know what the angle is gonna be like that until I bring this out. So I don't wanna just chop this like this and the angle be off. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop this corner off, place it at the edge over here. I'm gonna take my straight edge and match it to the bottom of this. So let me go ahead and mark the other side, and then we're gonna go ahead and chop it. Okay guys, so I got everything marked up. Make sure you use your PPE, like your mask and your eyeglasses. I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and cut this. Let me go ahead and put on my mask. If I can even fit like this.
Like how you always do?
Yeah, like I always put on my mask. Ah, Christine was using it. I can't even fit it. Okay, let's go. I cut this because there was a crack here. The reason being is because you want to stop the crack. If you go ahead and just fiberglass it, there's a chance that it could crack because the end point is still like cracking. So if you cut it out, you make a valley like this, it'll stop the crack. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fiberglass the back side of this to get it to, you know, match up. But let's go ahead and see if the bumper fits now. So I was able to chop a bunch. I actually made like a relief cut right here, same as the crack that was over here, because as you guys can see, it allows for more flex, which is what I need on the outer edge of the bumper, so that way it can line up with the edge of the flare. It actually works out perfectly. As you can see, the corner for the headlight fits perfect in here, as well as right in here. It needs to be pushed up more, but as you can see, it can go straight like that. The whole section right here is good. This bumper is turning out good so far. We're gonna go ahead and probably close the hood and see where the edge lines up. So I closed the hood just to check where the lines are gonna be. So the bumper is in a good position where it's at. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill some holes so I can at least get this part secured. So the way that I'm gonna bridge this gap is I'm gonna use a heat gun and some popsicle sticks, and I'm just gonna line up my edge piece, hot glue this together so that way the edge stays where it's at, so I can fiberglass the whole inside. So I have the extension, or majority of it, all taped up and ready to go. I couldn't find my metal tape, so I'm gonna just use the painter's tape and hopefully it doesn't stick too bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and fiberglass the back side of it, and then we'll see how that goes. Damn. The first part, I'm gonna let this cure for a little bit, let it get hard, and then I'm gonna take out the outer shell and hopefully it'll stay, and then we can go and work on the rest of the extension. That is dry now, or mostly dry. I'm gonna let it cure for a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna probably put a little thin layer of fiberglass Bondo just to like reinforce it, but it should be fine. And then we're gonna go ahead and take the popsicle sticks off. So that extension piece is made. I'm gonna just put it on the car so I can see where it's at. It just needs a little tweaking in this little corner right here, but the rest of it looks pretty good. Now I just have to figure out the edge piece right there, and then how I'm gonna merge it into the rest of the bumper. Okay guys, so I got the bumper taped up how I want it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and lay some fiberglass on the backside, and then even over here and these little slits, I'll be making some fiberglass pieces over it so I can go ahead and Bondo it later. It is getting kind of cold, so I'm probably just gonna lay it and then let it cure overnight because it's gonna take longer to cure. So yeah, let me go ahead and put some fiberglass over here. Okay guys, so now that I got everything laid out, I'm gonna let this dry probably overnight, and then I'll come back in the morning and see how everything dried up. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take off this tape so that way it doesn't get stuck to the fiberglass. Let's start from the top. Now the fiberglass isn't fully cured, but it's hard enough for me to take off the tape. I'm gonna go let this dry, cure overnight. Okay guys, so it's the next morning. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off all this extra fiberglass, and then I'm gonna lay some fiberglass Bondo on the outside just to give it some more structure support, and then we're gonna smooth everything out and then check the shape of this. So I'm gonna put it on the car, check the clearance. Okay, I need to cut a little bit more over here so that way I can clear for the tire. So I'm gonna have to chop it more because the car ain't even aired out yet, and I don't want it to rip this off. I'm gonna go ahead and start shaping this, or at least getting this flat so I can start laying down Bondo and stuff. See, once you jump the tab. So I didn't film it, but I actually went ahead and sanded down both of the extensions, and I got it pretty much smooth. It does need a little bit touch up, and I do need to re-fiberglass this part right here. As you guys can see, it cracked again. I guess the fiberglass that I put behind there wasn't strong enough, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and re-fiberglass those parts. But one thing I forgot to mention is the bumper didn't fit with the bash bar on. So as you guys can see, I put the bash bar back on, but it actually touches the mesh grill part of the bumper. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna cut out this whole section right here, and then hopefully the bash bar will fit. Jeremy, film me. Jeremy, no, film it. Jeremy,
is it recording right now?
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Regrets right there. Now it looks fucking trash.
Shut up, boy, you guys.
Oh man, hey, Gorilla Glue will fix that.
Put it on here. Fit. It still doesn't fit.
What?
I need to chop a little bit of the thing out.
That's all the way up.
You have 4-wheel steer, so the back was turning while you was driving.
Okay guys, so it still doesn't fit. It hits the bar right in this section right here, so I'm probably just gonna mark a little section and then just cut it so that way I can push it all the way back.
You look better in the garbage.
Wait, next to your car?
It definitely looks way better in person. And I think the gray matches.